welcome to Lilybug's Library. My name is Linda. So, coming to you today with a few of the things that I've read over the last week or two, just kind of wrapping up ripped romance. So, most of them are romances. I think I tucked one or two in there that weren't. But the first one was actually an arc from Book Sirens. So, thank you to the author, the publisher, and Book Sirens for giving me an advance copy of it. It's called Runaway Bride for the Rancher by Maisie Law. So it's about a rancher named Ben, and he has a son, Mike, who suffers from severe asthma. So not something you see a lot in a romance or most books, really. So it's about him, trying to be the best father that he could be. And then Olivia is the main character, the female main character, and she ends up running away to her aunt's house on the day of her wedding because it's an arranged marriage by her father to kind of make to blend the two families together and make it so that his business does better. So she's not in love with the guy anyway, and then the day of the wedding, she finds him with someone else, and so she takes off and goes to her aunt's house. So she's a veterinarian, and while she's at her aunt's house, Ben's cattle start having some trouble. So he's looking for a veterinarian, and she comes to help him out. And there's a connection there between the two of them. So I thought it was quite good. It was. I didn't feel a big connection to the characters, but that was just me personally. But the book itself seemed to be quite good, and the romance kind of moved along at a pretty steady pace. It does have some steamy scenes in it, so if that's not your jam, then it's got yeah, a couple. So just keep that in mind. And so I would give it I'd give it 3.5 rounded up to 4. So enjoyed that one pretty well. So the next one was Dangerous Secrets by Abby Zanders, and it's the first in the Callahan Brothers series. And I enjoyed this one more than I expected to. It too has some steamy scenes and it has some language. But the story, the plot is good. It's this woman Kiera who shows up in the middle of the evening at this bar that the Callahan brothers own. So she has a lot of secrets, a lot of things that she doesn't want to share with them, and they're really, they don't think she's a criminal, but they're really concerned with what's going on with her. And they have some secrets of their own as well. So it's a little bit of mystery wrapped up with the romance. And I really enjoyed it. I thought the characters were well done. I really liked the fact that there was, I'm not sure how many brothers, to be honest. I think there was maybe 5 brothers and the father, but I liked like that big family kind of coming together atmosphere of it. And it's if you like big strong men in these in romance books, I mean, this is definitely the crew for you because they were certainly that. So really enjoyed it. I would give it probably 4 out of 5 stars. The next one was Painted Truths. That one I did not enjoy. I DNF'd it after a few pages. It wasn't, it could be a very good book. It just wasn't my jam. I thought it was very much just a little too steamy for me, and very early on. So I was done with that one. The next one was Her Big Sky Cowboy, and that one I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It was what I was looking for in a romance. It starts out with Trinity, who's a speech therapist, and she's doing a summer camp that involves speech therapy and, as well as all the, fun things you'd get in a summer camp. And there's a little boy, Finn, that comes to the camp, and he is the nephew of Zane, who's a rancher. And he can speak well, but he doesn't speak hardly at all, which is the problem. So his mother had left him. trying to think. I think she, if I remember correctly, she ran off with Zane's brother. So anyway, that so his parents aren't there. Zane's looking after him, and so he's kind of been traumatized by the whole thing. But and so is Zane. So he and Trinity, start to hit it off, but they're both kind of not trusting each other and not trusting what's going on. So it's a lot of back and forth with that, with the little boy being a big part of it. So it was just very sweet, and I really liked it. Trying to think that one. Yeah, that one really didn't have anything in it as far as steamy scenes or anything like that. It was just a very sweet romance. So the next one, oh yes, the next one was It's Complicated. So this is why you should read the synopsis before you actually read the book, because I would have known exactly what it was about if I had read the like the little blurb, but I didn't. And it turns out it was not my jam, not my sort of book. So it's basically this woman who it seemed like it had potential. She is kind of falling for her neighbor, but the main part of the story, if you want to put it that way, is the fact that her neighbor apparently is uh, hmm, finding a delicate way to put this. Apparently, he is built quite large, and so it's become a small town joke about it, and everyone is curious, and it just gets worse from there. So, so I was out. Like I said, could have been good, but I won't know because it wasn't really my thing. But check it out if you're interested. And then the last one that I read was The Bookwoman's Daughter. So that one is not a romance. But I had read The Bookwoman last year and really enjoyed it. It was about this woman who is considered a Kentucky Blue. And she had, different parts of her body had like a blue tinge to it, which was some sort of a condition, but I can't remember what they called it. And so she was kind of, they didn't treat her well. They didn't, like you weren't supposed to marry a blue, you weren't even supposed to be blue. And so, very much, they considered it almost illegal. So she came across these people, not to give away a lot of the bookwoman story, but it's kind of relevant. So she came across these people who also turned out to be blue, and they ended up passing away, and she ended up with their daughter. So this story is about the daughter. Her name is Honey, and although she is blue, it's only on her hands and feet, so she just keeps her hands covered. And in the beginning of the story, basically the bookwoman and her husband are both arrested. Her because she's blue, and the husband because he married her. And so they're taken away, and the daughter hides until the law is gone, and then she has to kind of make her own way in the world. And so it's all about that. And it was really well done. It was I really enjoyed it, and it was got to revisit some of the characters from the first book, which is always nice. And so I thought it was good. I would give it 4 to 5 stars. It wasn't quite as good as the first one, but still really close. So I did enjoy that. So kind of a hit and miss with everything, but not a bad month for that. So we've got probably a couple of weeks left in the month. I feel like I read a lot over the past couple of weeks, but maybe it's because I've DNF'd a lot. I don't know. But anyway, we still got a few to go. So right now I'm reading Not by Sight, which is I'm probably about halfway through it. And then Wonderful Husband and I are still reading What We Buried, which we're about 70% through. So have those ones coming up soon, along with a few more. And yeah, so I'm excited to finish the rest of the month and see what else we end up with. All right, have a great day, friends. Bye bye.